Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Now, when I was playing the game originally in FS13, I kept all of my fields perfectly square. We no longer need to do that because of the absolute joy that is the AI vehicle extension. So my question to you, the viewers, is, do you think that I should try to maintain my approach of going for square fields and do that all the way through, or do you think I should go for slightly more wiggly fields? Most of the fields are still just going to be square fields, right? I'm not actually planning to change that, but some fields I'm thinking we can get more out of them if I don't stick solidly to just having square fields. Like, if I was to be a little bit more lenient on that, we could get more out of the land. Go there. Should be just overlapping about right, I think, on there. Looking down through that. Seems to be about right. Yeah. Over here... Right on here, I did this as, you know, I genuinely can't remember. I think I actually kept that open there. I think I did join that together, but I kind of like, it was kind of, whether I left that one? No, I think I did join 17 and 18 and 19 together and farmed them all together. And then I had this one came down here. That road I left open. And this one here I got rid of. And that I ploughed in together over here. So this field was kind of like, I kept it, I think, straight along the top up here. And then it stepped in and it went along there. And then it came over to this side and it came in. And then stepped out a little bit, and it went over, and it stepped out a bit more. Something like that. Yeah, I genuinely can't remember. This one here I kept as two separate fields because of that road going up through there. But this one, yeah. So I was kind of thinking, you know, we can get rid of these trees, but if I was just, like, follow the natural edge of this over to here, and then follow that natural edge as well, we get a little bit more field, but we're not going to have a square field. So that's slight difference on there. And down here, I did this as, this was like an odd-shaped field. I had several little bits sticking out, and I just kind of manually went round, kept an eye on the combines as they went round, that sort of thing. And the same with this one. Like this one here, you can already see the sort of shape that it was. I just extended that shape out a little bit, and I did the same with some of these other fields as well. Like you've got, like, there's a lot of L-shaped fields, and so that's kind of what I did in there. Sort of a little bit of messing around with it, and the same with 37 and 38 in there, and also 40 over here. So you can see that there were quite a few, like, the L-shaped fields, but I kept all the edges square. I worked very hard to make sure all the edges were kept square on the fields. I haven't got much left now. We've just got the rest of this field right here, and then we've got that little smaller one over there, and then the fertilizing is done, and we can move on to our next harvest is going to be the next bit. So we're going to be using the combines that we've got for this harvest, and then the next harvest that we do, possibly, hopefully, maybe, we will have enough money to go and upgrade both of those combines to something a little bit slicker, wider, not faster, but it will ultimately end up being faster because they've got bigger headers and much bigger grain tank capacity. That's the important bit, is the grain tank capacity. That's the bit that is going to make all of the difference to everything we do when it comes to harvesting. And I'm thinking the bigger combines should come before we buy more land. Even though I have only just upgraded the combines, I still think that perhaps bigger combines before more land. Well, I don't know. Quite possibly, yes. Quite possibly, yes. I'll see how I feel once I have enough money to either by land or combines. It'd be one or the other. Well, I've been using this fertilizer spreader for, well, all of this lot, but I've also used it previously, but I'm sort of starting to get a little bit ahead on my recordings now so that I can build up a little bit for Christmas. So this is the first time that I've actually been able to come into game and act on what people have been telling me about this fertilizer spreader. There is something very, very specific about this one. So now that I have just started fresh, yes, I'm not making any secret of that, we're going here, change work width. Right there. See, working width current is 24 meters. Now it's 28. Now it's 32. Now it's 36. Now it's 40. Now it's 45. We can have a 45 meter working width on this bad boy. I had no idea. Let's move over there a little bit like that and see what that does. And Helper B has completed their task. I don't believe you've completed anything at all, Sunshine. Let's try that. There. 45 meter working width. Look at that. That is going to be 2 passes down across the field here. We've got our extra speed on here anyway. I mean, yes, the money at the moment is doing something slightly ridiculous. But this is brilliant. This is so much better. So, yeah, thank you very much to everybody that pointed that out to me. I didn't actually realize that, I very rarely bring up the help piece on there. So I very rarely actually look and see what options we've got. He's gone with completed task. Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to test that out this time, but next time we do some fertilizer spreading, it may be that we can't use the 45 meter working width. I mean, I'm hoping it's just because he went down the side of the field and that's where he finished. But, you know, sometimes, like, really, really wide working widths, they don't like it when they get to the end of the row because they're so wide they can't sort of calculate what happens next. I found that out in my really ridiculous unrealistic series that I did back in FS17, where I basically just modded everything to be super fast, super wide, super big, that sort of thing, without changing any of the machinery. And we did, like, there were some issues with some of the machines that we were using in that series to actually be able to make that work. Some of them just didn't like turning round and doing things again. I don't really know why, though. I never really did get to the bottom of that, and so there's the possibility. I'm hoping, though, it's nothing to do with that, just on here. I'm hoping that was just, you know, a random glitch. Now, yes, we do have to do one little bit of fertilizer here on this field, and this is going to literally just be one pass around the field with this spreader. This is amazing! 45 meter spreader width. And this isn't a silly mod. This is from the DLC. I think this is the Vicon DLC, isn't it? Kvarnland, and let's have a look. Which one is this? Go to garage in here and go up through. Let's see what we got. It's the Kvarnland and Vicon equipment pack. The Exacta TLX Geo spread right there. And it's adjustable up to 45 meter spreading width, so I'm assuming therefore that this is like a real life machine. It is actually able to spread that wide. That is actually pretty cool. I like that. Right, we will lower you down there as you are not going to be needed for a little bit. We'll park the tractor up a minute, and then we will go up here, and we want to get ourselves a little bit of shut-eye on our deck chair in the rain. Yeah. Right, well, it's going to be harvest time tomorrow. So we've got oats that we're going to harvest. And we've got money ticking away. I'll actually change. You know what? I'll change the money and we'll skip the night and then we can get back to things. 14 hours of sleep. We get little bits of money come in from the bees. It's not a huge amount, but we are getting a little bit. Possibly 1,000, maybe 2,000 a day. It's not quite enough to take the edge off of some of the things we've got. Now, we've got money at the moment is negative $12,000. And what I'm going to do, the money situation at the moment, oh, it's the bees. I wonder what that noise was. Money situation at the moment, my plan is to pay, well, obviously we'll get that money back to positive money. I'm thinking that the first thing that we're going to do is try to reduce that back down to the 200,000 mark. I do want to try and keep the loan within 200,000, and I also don't want to be leasing anything, so that's the one that we leased temporarily to do lime, and then we've got the Merge Max. So I need to buy the Merge Max. That one there can be returned, because we're not doing lime anymore. We're not going to worry about lime at all. So we'll get rid of that one. And then all we've got is the Merge Max, and no other machines are leased. And I'm going to try to keep it that way. Leasing we will do as a temporary short measure, but we'll try to avoid it where we can. I think is kind of the best approach from this point is rather than just saying a blanket, we're definitely not doing it, because we know that's not happening. I've already proved that. But we will try to avoid leasing as much as possible. I'm just waiting for this to come ripe. So, as soon as this is, I tell you what, we're waiting for it to come ripe. Let's get a combine and get that one going. We're going to be using these combines for at least this one, and possibly, well, probably the next harvest as well. After that, we may have gotten to a point where we can start using something different. And by something different, I mean... Oh, I forgot to empty out the little bit of barley that this one's got left in it. So I'll take that over round behind the shed, behind the thingamajigs over here, the silos over here. We'll run this round behind here a second. Empty that one out. And then we can... Yeah, I'm sort of thinking it's 2 o'clock now. You know, it's probably going to be for the best if we, rather than try and do our harvest today, we just keep fast forwarding time. We start the harvest tomorrow morning. So if I bring this combine over here, so... Oh, wait a minute. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 to 3, that's actually probably okay. I think we can get away with this. We'll have time to do it and get the next planting done. So, we want to go into here, and I want circles. I want the standard AI like that. Yes, you've got the right turn angles and stuff like that. And we're going to have a look in here. What are the prices for oats at the moment? I need to just find my post-it note with my list of numbers. Here we go. And that says the best price that I have seen is 2,146. So within 10% of that would be 1,946. And oats right here are 1,929. I'm going to call that close enough, because that is also up at the grain elevator, which is right next door to where we are now. And incidentally, soybeans over there, 3,000... We're well within range for soybeans, so I could go and take the 15,000 litres we got there. That's 3 grand. That's another 45,000 in the kitty. That's pretty good. I think we'll do that. We'll run the soybeans up, and we'll also be selling the oats right here. So let's bring you in. Get you started on the oats. Right there. If I get that one started there... I can't actually remember if he's any good at getting around that first corner or not. Well, you know what? We can just stay here and watch him, because it's not like he's going to take ages to get there. So we'll let him run on up through there. I know there's a few people that don't particularly like the speed of the combines. And yes, I can understand that, but I feel that this is a good sort of compromise to keep things moving, and you know, it does at least allow us to get through the harvests a little bit faster, because otherwise they're just going to take too long. It's going to get too dull, and we may as well just sort of pack things up. But I think that this is a reasonable compromise. Anyway, if I get this next combine and I run that one there, up to... I'm going to take this one straight up to the top field, and I'm going to start that one working up there. I'm thinking I'm going to try it this time without using the AI vehicle extension. I'm just going to go straight up to that top field, and I'm not going to... Do you go any faster than this? You go 22. Yeah. Yeah, blistering speeds now. We're making history now with this move. Yeah, we'll go up to the top. I'm not going to use the AI extension at all on this top field because there should be enough room both ends of the field to turn round. So I'm thinking that I'll do one single pass up this side just to keep it off the road a little bit. And then the rest of it can go, we'll just go standard hired help straight up and down all the way through. I think that might be my best option with this. It'll keep it neat and tidy. Tidy and neat. And also, we shouldn't have any trouble tidying that up with the hired help either. With the rake, I mean. With the rake. Right. I'll bring you in here. Like this. Standard hired help. You're going to do a single pass straight up across here. And then I'm going to bring you back down to this side, and I'm going to start you combining on that side of the field up and down, and you'll work your way up towards that top part of the field. There's probably enough room to turn around properly there anyway, but I just wanted to move it back so that I didn't have like straw going right out across the road. Up that end it won't be a problem because the trees will stop the combine from doing anything too daft. Back around like that. Yeah. I don't know why it does that. As soon as you go to change direction, it then deposits a really tiny blob of straw out on the ground. And it always does that. It's done that right from the beginning. I don't quite know what it is. There's obviously a bit of code there somewhere that's not quite right. But it does it with most combines. I don't know if it does it with every single one of them. But it definitely does it with most of them. And I'm never quite sure why it's doing it. Right, you're doing an absolutely wonderful job, and we can ignore the tractors for a minute, or we will take this one, and we'll run you and grab those trailers. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the soybeans that are over there, because... Wait a minute. Let me just check that price. Grain elevator and grain elevator. Right, that's absolutely fantastic. Grain elevator for both of them. So we will go and get the soybeans loaded up. I'm going to put those in the back trailer, and then I will unload the combines into the front trailer. And so I'll wait until this one here is filled up completely, which is going to be any second now. Actually, I don't know if this one is full up or if it's the one up the top. Because the one up the top has got long, clean, straight runs to do, whereas this one down here has no such joy. 15,000 litres in there, which is a nice lot of beans, by the way. That is a nice lot of beans in there. So there's 45,000 euros that we're going to get for that. And then we've also got this little bit over here. He should be able to get up this far, so then I can follow him down the side of the field down here, and we can empty out just as he does the little run down through this side. I hope. Right, you go whizzing into there like that. Absolutely fantastic. And then go on round that corner. You see if I can keep up with you and empty out there. I like that we've got nearly a full combine of grain just from the outside round here, which means that we'll probably get 2 loads off of this field. That's what I'm guessing, thereabouts. So I'll take a load off of here, and I'm hoping that that's left will all fit into the combine tank, and then it can carry it up to the top field, because we will have emptied out and been and finished by that point. Right, tractor, you carry on. We'll go on round this way, like this, and then we can go up to that top field. We can empty out that combine up there, and I mean, I could just sit in the field up there for a minute and we can get some more grain into the front trailer before we go off to the mill. We're getting almost 2,000 euros per 1,000 litres for the front trailer, so we're going to get a fraction under 42,000 for what we got in there, and then we've got 15,000 in the back trailer. Times that by 3, that's going to put us at 45,000 in there. Which, that's not too shabby, really. That's not too bad at all. That's quite a reasonable amount of money, I feel. Now, where is this combine? He's just about to turn round. And that steep hill coming up there, we did slow down a little bit going up there, but it pulled okay, I felt. So this tractor's it's reasonably powerful for what we want. We could end up getting a couple more of these. Like this tractor does actually seem to sort of fit our needs reasonably well right here. Now we can spin you round like that and get completely and hopelessly stuck with the trailers sort of getting tackled up on each other because I went round the corner too tight. We don't want to do that too often, and that combine is now going to be full and it's going to stop in the field rather than... Oh, it's just slowing. Oh, very nice. You see that? I didn't even know it did that. That must be a new thing with the latest patch. I know, I'm pretty sure they did do some tweaks to the AI. Maybe it's been doing that for a while and I've just not noticed it, but it slowed down quite a bit to allow us to sort of get under the spout and then kept moving again. And I like that. That's a nice little touch, that is. That is a very nice little touch. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come right out away from the combine. I'm going to allow it to turn round, and then I'm going to follow it back up the field again on the wrong side and keep emptying it out so that we get more grain and we get what it's like dumping into the combine at the same time. Right, we bring you back over this way like this. You lower down into there like that, and off we go again. Now all I got to do is keep up with it. We're going up a hill, so we may struggle to do this. Go on, you can do it. I've got complete faith in you. You can do this. You can stay neck and neck with the combine. We can do this. We have the will, therefore we will find the way. Because that is the way. It's as simple as that. That is the way. And that is everything out. Okay, so I've got 10,000 litres on board right now. I'm going to... I'm just thinking, I'll probably just drive down to the other end of the field. Right, leave that there. Go round in front of him, and if I drive down to the other end of the field, I can then... He's there ready, and then that other combine can come up here and unload into this trailer before we stick that one into the crop on the other side. Well, either I do that, or I keep driving up and down between the two fields. And I'll be honest, I don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to leave you there for a minute, and we're going to go down to you down here. And we're going to turn off that one a second. I'm going to go like that with normal AI. And then I'm going to bring you back over here like this. And I'm just going to put you on there. So that should be... I don't know if it will do all of it in... No, I think we're going to be 3 passes on this. You know what? I'm actually going to make sure that it is 3 passes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to do a pass sort of halfway down through it. And this will just make sure that the AI doesn't do anything daft. Like leave patches, which I really don't like. And it'll do a nice, clean, neat, and tidy job on the finish. There we go. There's that first bit. And then we can get the next bit. So our next crop that we want to plant in here is going to be OSR. Right there, or canola. And that just requires the standard seed drills. But we've got to clear the straw off of here first, which takes a little bit longer to do. I can get one of the Fendt tractors hooked onto the rake, and we can do a little bit of raking in here and make that a little bit tidier, and then we can come in through, make a little bit of a start on trying to clean up the straw in here. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. The oats give slight, like there's a lower yield on the oats than there is on barley and wheat, so we'll have a little bit more time in between each of the jobs that we're doing, like in between emptying out the grain tank, so the planting will be able to continue. We'll be able to keep that moving and keep it going without any issues. At least that's what I'm hoping. Just run this one up the top. Right, I'll whiz you in round here and dump that couple thousand litres into the trailer, and then I can set you going on the opposite side of the field, and then I'll be able to just run alongside this combine here that's coming up now and empty that one as it heads back up across the field. We'll be close to a full trailer by that point, and I think we'll just then go straight up over to, well, actually, I don't know. I might just finish this field first. We'll get what we can off of this field, and then we'll go running off to the mill. Maybe that would be a better way of doing this. Let's bring you in around like that. Let's just back out a little bit like that. There we go. Right. You follow the edge of the field up through there. That would be absolutely wonderful. And then you are just spinning round here. So I want to get this tractor here and get up alongside you. You've got 3,500 litres of oats on board right now, which means that you're probably going to be 4,500 before the end of the row, which is close. That's actually going to be close to a full trailer load for us anyway. Time we get up, I'll empty it all out. I know I'm driving on the crop. We'll just pretend that bit's not happening. We're just going to ignore that bit. We're going to pretend that's not actually happening. And we get right the way down to the other end. Get all of this out. There's some more going in. We're on 15,000. He's still got 1,600 litres in there. 16,000. I'm going to run down beside the other combine as well, and we'll see if we can't fill the trailer. We're going to be just about a full trailer, I think. There. Right, we're on 17,000 litres in this trailer at the moment. If I follow this... You know what? Let's just leave that one... No, I was going to say leave it here and just ride in the combine, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to follow this trailer down through here. This combine. I'm going to follow you down. I've only got 1,500 in this combine at the moment, but that's the time we get down the other end. We're going to be pushing 20,000 litres in this trailer, which is great. See, it is quite a low yield one, the oats. I know they changed this one quite drastically from when they first released the game. So we're on 19,200. I want the full 21,000. I want to fill this trailer all the way up. I want this one up to the very, very brim. As much as I can squeeze in here. I just need another 1,500 litres of grain. And then I am good to go. So I'm going to bring this one over here like that. And I'm going to stop right there. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below, you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well, that would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, this is Frithgar, goodbye, and see you later.